What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, with the introduction of my brand new video series, The Bucket List. Now, before I describe the concept of this series, I want to take a little bit of a step back and explain the rationale for me creating a new series for my channel. So recently, as you all know, I've been spitting out a lot of Fallout 4 content, and I mean a lot. For a while there, I was creating a video almost every day on Fallout 4. And I found myself becoming a little bit burnt out. That's not because of Fallout 4 in particular, but it's because of anything. If you concentrate or focus on something for too long, eventually you run the risk of becoming burnt out and simply becoming frustrated. And I found myself slowly towing that line with Fallout 4. And I worry that if I keep making videos on the game, especially at such an excessive rate, then eventually I'll become more frustrated to create Fallout 4 videos as opposed to actually being excited and motivated to do so. Like when I created my Fallout 4 review, I was excited to do that and I really enjoyed doing it. But as the videos have gone on, I found myself potentially just making videos for the sake of making videos and not doing so because I'm actually loving or enjoying what I'm doing. And if you have been following me for a while, you'll be well aware that I've been desperately wanting to do other video games on my channel and create videos for other games on my channel because I don't like to see myself as being a Fallout YouTuber. YouTube for me is meant to be a hobby and meant to be something that I enjoy, and I don't want to restrict myself for no good reason just because Fallout 4 is the hot topic and everybody is looking for videos. I don't want to do that just for the views. I want to make videos because I'm enjoying it. And again, I fear if I keep making Fallout 4 videos, I'm just going to get burnt out. So this is where the bucket list comes into it, and it was a concept that was thought of by me with the assistance of many other fans following me on Twitter. And essentially, if you know what a bucket list is, it's just a list of things that you want to do. So it could be a bucket list of places you want to travel in the world, or a bucket list of things you want to do in life. So I thought, well, why don't I utilize that concept and apply it to my channel? So in effect, I'm creating a bucket list of video games that one, I want to play, and two, that I want to create content for on my channel. And initially I was only going to keep that bucket list to games that I haven't played, but because I wanted this to be a viewer and community inclusive series, I've decided to have no restriction on the types of games that I play for this series, whether I've played them in the past or not. Because one of the major points of this series is so it can be potentially become a bucket list for all of you. If there are certain games that you want to play and you haven't yet played, you can look at the bucket list series on my channel and look at the videos that I'm creating for each game under that series and then think, wow, maybe I want to play that game. And if I don't do that, like for example, BioShock, then no one will really know about how great a game that BioShock is. And hint, hint, that's going to be the first game on the bucket list, but you'll see what I mean. And because I want this community involvement, the actual bucket list of video games that I go on to play in this series are going to be chosen by all of you. As I alluded to before, we're going to be starting the top of this list with BioShock. So for BioShock, I'm going to be creating certain video content as I play the game and then as I finish it. And I'll explain what exactly that video content will be. But as I finish off that content and finish off BioShock, then I'll move on to the next game, and the next games in the bucket list are actually going to be determined by you. On every video that I make for the bucket list, I want all of you just to give me suggestions on what video games you wanted to be added to the bucket list next. They could be games that you really enjoy, so you want me to play them, or they could be games that you're a bit hesitant to buying, so you want me to, show you the game in my video series, and then potentially that'll help you make the decision to pick it up or not. So as I receive more and more suggestions of video games to play for my series, I will chop and change the list accordingly. And in terms of how I choose which games are going to be on the list, it's going to be a bit of a balance between what I want to play in the video games that I'm interested versus how many viewers actually want me to play that particular game. And that's going to be determined by the thumbs up feature on the YouTube comment section. If someone suggests a video game and then that particular comment gets a lot of thumbs up, then it's very likely that that video game will be added next to the bucket list. And and you can keep those suggestions coming for every single video on the bucket list series that I do. And I'm thinking that every now and again, once the bucket list changes and once new video games are incorporated, then I'll make an update video such as this to tell you what game is going to be on the bucket list next. And nothing's ever going to be set in stone. If someone makes a really good suggestion and the next 3 games on the bucket list are already determined, then I can easily slot a new game in and lower the rest down. So it's going to be a really fluid and flexible concept. And to start the ball rolling with this series, I've already listed the top 3 games on the bucket list that I have for myself. The first, of course, is BioShock, and I'm definitely going to be starting the series with this. That one's a given because I really want people to play this game because it's one of my personal favorites, just next to Fallout 3. And for now, the next 2 games I've put on the bucket list are Wolfenstein and Metro Last Light Redux Edition. Now again, even on this particular video, you can throw your suggestions, and comments with video games suggested that get the most thumbs up are very likely to be put onto the list next. And I still haven't nutted this out specifically, but I'm thinking that the active bucket list can have anywhere from 3 to 5 or maybe up to 10 games. I'm thinking just 3 for now, and as suggestions come in, I can actually add more to the list and lower some down and chop and change. Again, I haven't worked this out exactly, but I think as the series progresses, I'll start to really refine how the bucket list concept actually works. So now to the next point, what videos am I actually going to be creating for each game that I play on the bucket list? For each video game, I'm going to be creating 5 videos. So the very first video that I'll make on each game is just a general first impressions video. So once I play about 10% or so of the game, I'll make a video that details what I think about it so far, what I like, what I potentially dislike, things like that. So it's just a general thing that can be created very quickly once I start playing a particular video game. The second video will be a description of the gameplay and graphics in the game, and that'll be released when I'm roughly 50% into the video game. So again, I'll talk about what the gameplay involves, whether I like it, how good are the graphics, or the art style in particular. It doesn't necessarily have to be fidelity, but things like that. The third video will be talking about the world and the setting of the game, and tied in with that, the immersion factor and the level design, all of those things, and again, describing it and whether I like or dislike certain things. And this video will be released when I've done about 75% of the game. The fourth video will be talking about the content in the game, how long the game is, and how well it does in terms of replayability, and at that stage I will need to have played a substantial amount of the game. And the fifth and last video is going to be a spoiler-filled video describing the story, the narrative, the characters, the writing, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, things like that. Again, this is all really rough in my head, and in this video I'm really going to appreciate any thoughts and feedback and constructive criticism that you have about the bucket list concept as it stands right now, whether it's in terms of what kinds of videos I'm creating for each game, or how the bucket list of games is actually determined, things like that. I would really appreciate your input in that regard. So anyways, Wastelanders, let me know what you think. I'm playing BioShock 1 again currently now, and hopefully I want to start this series very soon, but let me know what you think. Do you just not even like this concept at all? Do you want me to ditch it? Let me know. So anyways, until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself, and as always, keep fighting the good fight.